She will also be going off book, and she will introduce her team to you in a moment. Lucy is the director and founding member of the City Waits, a four-piece group who began researching and performing 17th century English broadside ballads back in the 1970s. Over the years, they've performed for major British councils, toured the Far East and much of Europe, and played in pub folk clubs and stately houses. They've collaborated with Shakespeare's Globe, with the RSC, with the Royal National Theatre, and they can be heard on numerous TV and film soundtracks, including The Pianist and Elizabeth. And they recently provided the music for a new production of The Beggar's Opera at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre in London. Lucy has also been the writer-presenter of the Early Music Show on BBC Three for 15 years, and is a contributor to the BBC Music Magazine and Early Music Today. She authored the educational book, Let's Make Tudor Music, which sounds great, and I want to use it in my classroom too, but it is often used in English classrooms, as well as the award-winning Broadside Ballads, and her recent book, Singing Simpkin and Other Bawdy Jigs. She will introduce herself.
I'm afraid I was all set to sing The Crossed Couple, which is in your book, and then I suddenly had a little moment about 3 seconds ago and decided to sing something different, which doesn't have a chorus to join in, but you've done a bit of joining in, so I hope that's okay. I thought it would be nice to do this because it sort of illustrates the way that perhaps one single singer of a ballad would put on different voices, we imagine, to create a little drama. But I've just got to make sure I can remember it. It's called the Fair Maid of Islington, or the London Vintner Overreached. There was a fair maid of Islington, as I've heard many tell, and she would to fair London go, fine apples and pears to sell. And as she walked along the street, her basket under her arm, there she did with a vintner meet, this fair maid thought no harm. Good morrow, fair maid, the vintner said, what have you got there to sell? Fine apples and pears, kind sir, she said, if you please to taste them well. He tasted of this fair maid's fruit, and liked it wondrous well, and then he craved of this fair maid, how many a penny she'd sell. Sir, here ye shall have 6, she said, and here ye shall have 10. I sold no more, but just before to some Inns of Court gentlemen. And while he by this damsel stayed, her body he did eye. At length he craved of this fair maid, one night with him to lie. If I would lie with you one night as you propound to me, I do expect that you would be both courteous, kind and free. And for to tell you all in short, it will cost you £5. A match, the vintners cried, and so let this go round. When he had laid with her one night, her money she did crave. Oh stay, another night, and thy money thou shalt have. I cannot stay, I will not stay, I needs must now be gone. Why then thou mayst thou money go look, for money I'll give thee none. This maid she made no more ado, but to a justice went, and unto him she made her moan, who did her case lament. She said she had a cellar let out to a vintner in the town, and how that he did then agree £5 to pay her down. But now, quoth she, the case is such no rent that he will pay, therefore your worship I beseech to send for him this day. Then straight the justice for him sent, and asked the reason why, that he should pay this maid no rent, to which he did reply, although I had a cellar let out, and the possession was mine, I never put in anything into it, but one poor pipe of wine. Therefore you argued it was hard, as you may plainly see, I from my freedom was debarred, then good sir favour me. This fair maid being ripe of wit, she straight replied again, you had 2 barrels at the door, why did you not roll them in? You had your freedom and your will, that is to you well known. Therefore I do desire still for to receive my own. The justice hearing of this case did there give order straight, that he the money should pay down, she could no longer wait. Withal he told the vintner fine if he a tenant be. He must expect to pay the same, for he could not sit rent-free. But when the money she had got, she put it into her purse and clapped her hand on the cellar door and said it was never the worse, which made the people all to laugh to see this vintner fine, outwitted by a country girl about his pipe of wine.